Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back in with this week's update. All the physical releases coming to the Switch, November the 20th until the 24th. Before we get into it, it's time to vote for your games of the year. Yes, last week the nominations came in. Well, I've collated them and stuck them all into one nice survey where literally everyone can vote. Even I'm voting. I don't know what for as of yet because I've mostly played Dreamcast games this year. But yes, you have 1 week to vote down below in the link. Do your part. I'm doing my part. But what games are releasing this week? That's all you care about, really. Molcar, Let's Molcar Party is releasing this week in Europe and North America, totally and completely at random, especially considering this was released in Asia and Japan literally years ago. I've mentioned it a lot, even though I've never had anything much to say about it, apart from them being lying scumbags. They're not moles, they're guinea pigs. How can we possibly trust them with a good time if they're already lying to our faces? Disgusting behavior. Anyways, this is a party game with a few different mini games involving guinea pig cars like Rocket League. Sounds fun enough for kids. And our executive producer Thorn Metaluna has chosen this as his pick of the week. And if you want it or any of the retail releases in this week's episode, then please consider using the links in the description. You can purchase from Video Games Plus, a fantastic, amazing way to support us. And yeah, they can support you too because they have cheap prices in good Canadian money and free shipping over 80 Canadian bucks. They have lots of good stuff over there and lots of Black Friday deals if you watch my video about that. And also, if you purchase something with our link, then each week you will be in with a chance of winning a $10 discount coupon. And this week's winner is Tony Z. Congratulations, Tony. You will get an email from VGP very soon with your discount coupon. And thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. L.O.L. surprise! Roller Dreams Racing is releasing this week. I ain't talking too much about it since they can't even be asked to make a trailer for it, so why should I be asked to help promote it? No doubt it's going to be an all-time classic kart racer. Smile for Me is releasing in North America this week. Nothing about a European release. It's a super quirky adventure game. Kind of feels like it was made with VR in mind due to like how the controls are, but I'm not even sure that's the case. You interact with everything in a very peculiar way, and there's a weird set of characters and situations. I've heard it's really, really good. There is a standard edition as well as a collector's edition available at retail, but Serenity Forge's website has an even bigger collector's edition, and you can order that with the links below too. And our executive producers Brent McLean and Cartoon Soren have chosen this as their pick of the week. Gerda, A Flame in Winter is releasing in Europe this week. This is a critically acclaimed adventure game, at least that's what the publisher says, and we all know we can believe them. It's a choice-driven narrative where you want to save your husband from the Gestapo, which shows just how times have changed and how easy lives have gotten in the 80 years past. Nowadays, wives are trying to save their husbands from spending too much money on Black Friday video game deals. I don't believe this is releasing in North America, so I've popped down import links below if you live over there and you want it. And our executive producers Offphone and Instacritic have chosen this as their pick of the week. Spirit of the Island. Same could be said for this. It's seemingly only releasing physically in Europe this week, and this is a casual live sim where you turn an island into a popular tourist destination by farming? Yeah, nothing quite brings the crowds like turnips and potatoes. My fennels bring all the boys to the yard, something like that. And apparently this has online gameplay as well for some cooperative collective farming. Stalin would be proud. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge Anniversary Edition is releasing in Europe this week. North America has to wait until December for limited run to get their logistics together. This is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's the same game but with more content on the cartridge. Kinda sucks that this was announced just as limited run started sending out their expensive collector's editions of the first edition of the game. I mean, okay, they can't have seen it coming, but hey, you know, maybe produce a little bit faster. And our executive producers Alex M and Punky Dooster have chosen this as their pick of the week. Alright, the Low Prince. Captain Velvet Meteor, and the subtitle I can't be asked to say is Red Hot Games' latest Switch release. I believe it's a mobile game, but don't let that detract you because it's actually fairly awesome. It looks good. It's a tactical game starring a super team of C-tier anime characters. I mean, when you can't get Goku, Naruto, or Totoro, you get these guys, who some of you may have heard of. I like the gumption, it's pretty cool. It's like that time Shovel Knight appeared in, literally every game ever. I'm quite impressed with what I'm seeing though. Red Hot Games have a deluxe edition that is exclusive to their website, which is the same price as the retail release and comes with extra goodies, and normally you could get 10% off with our code SWATCH10 if you click the links below, but because they are having a big Black Friday sale going on, you can't get that code to work. But yeah, you'll probably save more than that if you buy some of their other games at the same time, because a lot of them are like mostly 50% off, some are 30% off. I might make a video like more in depth about it later this week, it depends. But if not, check them all below with the links. Some good deals on there. Back to Captain Velvet though, there is an ESRB release that you can also pre-order from Video Games Plus. Yes, if you're an American person, check that link for that. Tinykin is Super Rare's latest game. It's an awesome looking 3D platformer, which, they've been on a little bit of a run of recently, at least it feels like it, and this might be the best one that they've done. This is a critically acclaimed game, especially on the Nintendo Switch, and I hadn't heard of it until this video, but damn, I kinda wanna give it a whirl. So if you want it, there's going to be 4,000 copies available on Thursday, their usual time. And our executive producers Dane Wilkinson, Totally Grateful, and Parsnip Coffee have chosen this as their pick of the week. Alright, the imports. Play Asia territory. Yes, if you want to import any of the games shown here or that I mentioned in a previous live, then please consider using our Play Asia links. Always the #1 way to support us, and I do thank you greatly. Plus, in return, we can support you with a tasty 5% off with our discount code SWTV23. Remember, they're having like a big Black Friday thing going on as well, and most of the really good ones have sold out already, much to many people complaining in the comment section that I got the price wrong. I didn't get it wrong, you're just too slow. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, you can use the discount on those as well if you want. But this week we have Dyschronia, the Kronos Alternative Definitive Edition, releasing this week. I can already tell this is going to be a fairly obscure import exclusive game. I mean, VR games trying to get their money back by being ported to more popular consoles doesn't always work out, but we'll have to see. This is actually an award-winning adventure game that contains all 3 episodes in this definitive edition. You are an investigator who has the ability to rewrite the past, so basically everyone on Twitter these days. It's set in the future, and you have to solve a theoretically impossible crime, which is lying to your wife about how and why all these games are turning up in the post. Publishers sent them to me for free, I promise babe, I promise. Anyways, this has English and is only releasing in Japan with a standard and collector's edition. And our executive producers Robotech, Jennifer M and Vey have chosen this as their pick of the week. Japan also has these 3 games releasing this week. I've got my eye on a bit of Cudwafter. Sounds so, I don't know, it's like something my dad would say about farts. Ah, nice old Cudwafter. Before we get into the community spotlight, I want to give you a heads up about more Black Friday deals. As I said, I may make a follow-up video from last week about new deals, but just in case I don't, Play Asia are having a massive discount on a good few of their exclusives, many of them just $20, like Senses Midnight, Seabed, even collector's editions just $20, like Sea Horizon, Chaos Code, $20, $20 for collector's editions. Go check the links below. I think this is kind of huge, guys. Obviously, I have most of them already, but you go make the most of it. Do me proud. They also have other huge discounts like Ninja Gaiden Collection for $20 as well. Go check everything out with the links below. I would massively appreciate it, and be quick because if it's anything like the last bunch, they ain't gonna last long, trust me. If you want more in-depth about the stuff, I will try to make a video tomorrow, but we'll have to see. Anyways, the community spotlight. Executive producer Instacritic sent in this photo with the obscure Football Manager Touch 2023, getting it just in time for the 2024 edition, which is releasing in Asia in a couple of weeks. They have English, Joshua B sending this photo with "Forgive Me Father," which seems to be only available on Amazon UK, so many people asked about this one, and ever since I've talked about it, YouTube keeps recommending me videos about Father Ted. Not exactly a bad thing. Lewis K sending this photo with a broad range of games. Much nicer to have the reverse cover of Star Ocean than having that download required logo stamped on it. Choco Loco James must like King of Fighters. He bought 2 of the same for the earlier Japanese release. I believe Europe is getting it next month, so yeah, you can order it now or have a little bit of patience. Manji picked up Magical Drop 6, an import exclusive. Something that's always stood out to me is how damn colourful that artwork is. I mean, it could just be the camera, but every picture I've seen in it must have contrast set to max because it sticks out so much, in a good way. The one was one of no doubt many to pick up a Mario RPG. He got his in time to send the photo, and I've heard really good things about it apart from it being like way too easy now. Andrew R sent in this photo with Paleo Pines, one of a handful of dino riding games released in recent weeks. The competition is hot. Robin H sent in this photo with Mario and Rabbids 2, which I think we all predicted would get discounted almost immediately. And yeah, this is almost always on sale, which can be a good or bad thing. I almost feel sorry for the developers who worked for like 5 years, only to have their product devalued as soon as the wind blows. Darky sent in this photo with a great bunch of games. You can see Dungeon Munchies up there from Serenity Forge. They have a small store, and for Black Friday they had quite a few really nice deals. Very impressed with Doki Doki Literature Club. If you want that, it's a good price over there. Executive producer Cartoon Sorensen in this picture. They're a big supporter of this developer, especially of the Mara series, and I am interested in giving the sequel a try. Ashura G sent in this photo with Slaps and Beans 2 Collector's Edition. I'm not sure why it's got the USK logo on the box, like was this at retail? Elissa sent in Hogwarts Legacy. I've seen some screenshots and it looks alright, pared down of course, but not as bad as I expected. Just a shame about the 8GB download. Radio to Rancid sent in this photo of the Big Daddy edition of Blasphemous. It's a beautiful looking game and deserves such a collector's edition. Executive producer Precision Plague sent in this photo with a few games from Red Art. Remember, they have discounts on the website right now, go check it with the links below. McLaren sent in this photo with a bunch of good games. Happy to see Devil Engine right there. I know a lot of people have been like super hyped about this. I think we only saw like 10 copies via affiliate, so not as big as I thought, but there are rumors that Limited Run might be doing this. Obviously it won't be anywhere near as cheap as the Japanese version though. Needless Dragon sent in this photo with Unmetal, which is a European exclusive. Very nice Metal Gear wannabe and a perfect complement to that collection we just had. Executive producer Jennifer M sent in this photo of 3 imports. Thank you so much for the support. I talked about these 3 quite a lot, but I haven't talked about Island in a good while. It's a really great mind-bending visual novel that's well worth owning. Yum Yum Game sent in this vast amount of games. NG has always caught my eye. That cover art is just creepy as hell. Cressalac sent in this photo grabbing Sol Crest from Video Games Plus, which is way more expensive than the Japanese version because, well, limited run. Executive producer Vei, our man in Japan, sent in this photo picking up the collector's edition of Yohane, the Parhelion Blaze in the Deep Blue, which I reviewed last week. It's a really good, like Metroidvania, I liked it a lot. Mickey McFlynn sent in this photo, Gloomhaven. That is one of the most generic cover arts in a good while, but it's supposedly a good game though. Executive producer Feig sent in this photo picking up one of my favorite Switch games, Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line. It's the one and only rhythm game that I need on my Nintendo Switch now. Max1216 sent in this photo of Mario RPG. I like how it's fine for Nintendo to completely ignore their own rules. Like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put the publisher's logo on the box, like it's a cast iron rule. Gundam Wing Zero here with Fate Samurai Remnant, which I know a lot of people are enjoying immensely, especially this dude because they've been showing off like photos and clips in the Discord. Yeah, looks really good. Vast Neon sent in this photo with Bluey, who apparently in the last video I wrongly assumed was a boy. Bluey is a girl, so I'm told, which is negligent of me, and I truly apologize to any dogs offended. But in my bigoted defense, I've only ever seen the Chinese dub of it. of which my brain only paid like about 5% attention to. So yeah, that's my excuse. And that's it. Please send me pictures on Twitter at SoWhatAboutGame, DM me, or you can send in an email, switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com, and our Discord. If you're not part of that already, then check the link below, it should be down there. Alright, thanks for watching. If you watched all the way through, please leave me a hamster emoji in honor of Pui Pui Molcar. Let's Molcar party. Yeah, forget moles, forget guinea pigs. We can lie too, okay? We'll just pretend they're hamsters. It's a hamster party, and I like hamsters more. Special thanks, as always, to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, JCross7776, Punky Dooster, Cartoon Soren, Robotech, Z, Raven Knight, Thorn Metaluna, Parsnip Coffee, Isa, They, Mental Traveler, Uphone, Jennifer M, Instacritic, Precision Play, Catachat, Totally Grateful, Alex M, and Feig. Please go check out some of our other stuff. I had a lot of content last week on pretty much all of my channels. Go watch them. Here's a selection.